Have you ever noticed how a simple emotion can completely transform your physical state? Just think of a moment of extreme anger or anxiety. Your heart races, your muscles tighten, and you feel a kind of weight on your chest. This is no coincidence. Our emotions directly affect the flow of energy in the body, changing how we physically feel. When we suppress what we feel, the energy inside us also becomes trapped, blocked. This creates a buildup that can gradually destabilize our physical and mental health. On the other hand, when we experience an emotion fully and consciously, we feel the energy flow freely, bringing a sense of lightness and well-being. It's as if the body were an energy field, where each emotion plays the role of a key that opens or closes certain channels. Emotions like joy and love expand these channels, allowing the energy flow to move more freely. Conversely, feelings like fear, resentment, and sadness can restrict this movement, creating blockages that deeply affect us. Imagine a dam accumulating water. Without release, over time, the pressure increases until the imbalance becomes unbearable. In the same way, the accumulation of unprocessed emotions can lead to illness, both in the body and the mind. Think about everyday situations. How many times have you found yourself with a headache or muscle tension after a stressful day? This isn't just a side effect of physical exhaustion, but rather the result of emotions you've carried without releasing. This energy blockage goes beyond the physical. It impacts your ability to think clearly, to make decisions, and even to connect with those around you. Every emotion you feel or don't allow to flow alters the state of your internal energy. Recognizing this is the first step to regaining control. But there is a powerful key to unlocking all of this, understanding that emotions are tools. They are not enemies, not here to bring you down. On the contrary, they are messengers of what your body and soul need to express. When you begin to work with your emotions instead of against them, something surprising happens. The energy flow starts to align again, like a river finding its natural course. At this point, you discover the true power that lies in mastering your emotions and, consequently, your energy. Have you ever felt as though your energy was drained after a confrontation or argument? Or perhaps after days of sadness, an inexplicable exhaustion set in? The fact is, emotions like anger, fear, and sadness, when prolonged or poorly processed, have the power to consume your energy in a brutal way. The first key to reversing this cycle is learning to identify them. Each emotion brings subtle signals in the body and mind. A weight on your shoulders could be repressed anger, shallow and rapid breathing might indicate anxiety, and constant fatigue could be a clear sign of lingering sadness. The body, like the soul, always speaks, but it is necessary to learn to listen. How many times have you wondered where the fatigue you feel comes from? Maybe you've attributed it to work, routine, or lack of sleep. However, what we often don't realize is that this energy drain may be rooted in emotions we don't recognize or don't allow to flow. Feelings of guilt, frustration, and resentment are masters at draining our vitality, leaving us exhausted without an apparent reason. The impact is deep, as these emotions not only affect our mental state, but also create physical tensions that keep us in a constant state of alert. This tension consumes energy without us realizing it. Now, imagine how it would be if you had the power to identify the exact moment an emotion starts to drain you. Can you feel your body tense or your mind distancing from the present? Learning to recognize these signs is like sharpening a blade. At first, it may be difficult, but over time, it becomes a powerful skill. Start by observing the moments when your body reacts before your mind even processes what's happening. By identifying what drains you, you take the first step towards regaining control. But it's not enough just to identify. Once you notice these patterns, you also need to ask yourself, why am I allowing myself to be drained? What circumstances, people, or thoughts are triggering these emotions in me? When you gain this clarity, something surprising happens. The energy that was once wasted can be redirected. From this point, you begin to consciously choose what deserves your focus, and with that, your emotions start working in your favor, not against you. If emotions have the power to drain us, they also have the incredible potential to reinvigorate us. True transformation happens when we understand that we shouldn't fight emotions but rather use them as fuel. Imagine anger as a flame. If you don't know how to control it, it can consume you, but if properly channeled, this same flame can become a powerful source of energy to drive actions you never thought you were capable of. The secret is in transforming this raw energy into something that strengthens you instead of tearing you down. Transformation begins with a simple shift in perspective. When you feel consumed by negative emotions, instead of avoiding or repressing them, ask yourself, what is this emotion trying to show me? Anger can be a call for necessary changes, sadness can be an invitation to deep self-awareness, and fear, a sign that something needs to be faced and overcome. Instead of seeing these feelings as obstacles, start viewing them as opportunities for growth. Every emotion, no matter how intense, carries immense energy within it, and it's up to you to decide how to use it. There are ancient practices that teach the art of transforming emotions into vital energy. You don't need to follow rigid rules or specific traditions. Something as simple as stopping, breathing deeply, and reflecting on what you're feeling can already bring significant change. Instead of suppressing what you feel, embrace the emotion and give it a new meaning. This is the key to unlocking the flow of energy that seemed trapped. Once you master this technique, emotions stop being a burden and become your allies in the pursuit of balance and fulfillment. A practical example of this is found in physical activities that require focus and dedication. By moving the body, you also move trapped emotions, allowing them to dissipate or transform into something constructive. Try channeling your frustration into a run or a conscious stretching practice. The negative energy that was once overwhelming you can become a renewed force that pushes your life forward. It's a matter of perspective, control, and spiritual development. Rebalancing emotions is not something that happens automatically. It's a daily practice that requires intention and awareness. Reflection is a powerful tool in this process as it allows us to look within and understand what is out of balance. A simple exercise is self-observation. In moments of quiet, ask yourself how you feel without judgment. What are the dominant emotions in your body? Do you feel any tension or discomfort? Often, simply acknowledging these emotions is the first step toward transforming them. Another effective exercise is reflective writing. At the end of each day, dedicate a few minutes to writing about the moments that impacted your emotions the most. Write down what you felt and how those emotions affected your energy. Over time, you'll start to notice patterns. Maybe specific situations are always draining your energy, or maybe certain people or environments have a negative impact. By recognizing these patterns, you gain control over how and where to direct your emotional energy. The clarity brought by these exercises allows you to make more conscious decisions about your life. On one hand, reflecting on emotions helps us identify them, while on the other, the practice of visualization can be a powerful tool for transforming them. Close your eyes and visualize your emotion as a color, a shape, or an energy. Feel it within you, and then imagine it dissipating or transforming into something positive. This simple act of imagination creates a connection between your mind and your body, allowing the energy flow to be restored in a balanced way. The more you practice, the easier the emotional transformation process becomes. Remember, these practices are not instant solutions, but rather ways to develop a deeper awareness of how your emotions affect your body and energy. Each small step toward emotional balance is a significant advance in your spiritual development. Over time, you will notice that it is possible to keep your emotions in harmony even in the face of daily challenges, and that this internal harmony directly reflects on your vital energy. Breathing is one of the most powerful and accessible tools for emotional control. It's fascinating to think that something so simple, which we do automatically, can have such a profound impact on our emotions and energy. When you're under pressure or stressed, your breathing tends to become shallow and quick, fueling the tension cycle even further. However, when you begin to breathe consciously, deeply, and slowly, a signal is sent to your body and mind that everything is fine. Breath control calms the mind, releases tension, and restores energetic balance. A simple technique you can use at any moment is deep breathing, known for bringing almost instant serenity. When faced with an intense emotion such as anger or fear, try pausing for a moment and taking a deep breath, counting to 4 as you inhale, holding the breath for 4 seconds, and then exhaling slowly. This not only calms the mind, but also allows the body to begin releasing the accumulated emotional energy, unblocking the flow that was stagnant. It's a simple yet powerful way to regain control over your emotions. There are ancient cultures that have used breath as a spiritual development tool for centuries. They understand that the air we breathe is a form of energy, and that controlling it means controlling our own vitality. By learning to breathe consciously, you are directly connecting with the energy flow that moves through your body. This practice not only provides immediate relief in moments of crisis, but over time, can transform how you deal with your emotions on a daily basis. Remember, conscious breathing is more than a technique. It's a habit that, when cultivated, brings inner peace and emotional balance. It's not about suppressing what you feel, but about giving space for emotions to flow in a healthy way without dominating you. The power is in your hands, or rather in your lungs. Breathe deeply and let the energy flow renew with every exhale. Transformation begins with something as simple and yet as powerful as the air you breathe. The body is a direct reflection of what we feel. Often, when emotions accumulate and are not released, they become trapped in our bodies, creating tensions and discomforts that accompany us daily. Moving is a way of unblocking this emotional energy. You don't need an intense workout or complicated routines. The simple act of stretching, walking, or dancing can be enough to start releasing what's repressed. When the body moves, the energy begins to flow again, making way for emotional renewal. Imagine a situation where you feel overwhelmed by days or weeks of stress. Your back is tense, your shoulders heavy, and it feels like your mind is in constant turmoil. Now think about how a simple morning stretch or a walk outdoors can begin to transform that. Physical movement, no matter how light, has the power to unblock emotions that have stagnated. When you allow your body to move, you are actually giving permission for your emotions to move as well, releasing the accumulated energy and restoring balance. It's not just about physical exercise, it's a matter of intention. Move with the intention of releasing what is stuck. Activities that involve focus and body awareness, such as slow stretching, intuitive dance practices, or mindful walks, are extremely effective in bringing up emotions that were hidden. During the movement, pay attention to what your body is telling you. Do you feel tension in a specific spot? It may be a sign that something needs to be released, something your mind wasn't ready to process. Movement is one of the oldest forms of emotional and energetic release. When you start practicing mindful movement, you are actually creating a channel for energy to flow freely within you. At the end of each practice, no matter how simple, you'll notice a lightness or relief. This happens because the movement allowed your emotions to leave the state of stagnation, transforming into positive and revitalizing energy. Make movement a habit and watch how your emotions and consequently your energy transform. There is something about nature that is deeply restorative. When we connect with the earth, with the sound of birds, with the movement of leaves in the wind, something inside us calms. This is no coincidence. Nature has the power to harmonize our energy flow, balancing our emotions and reconnecting us with our deepest essence. By observing nature, we learn to respect cycles. Everything has its time. The seasons change, plants grow, the sun rises and sets, and within us, these same cycles are reflected. However, we often disconnect from this. If you've spent any time outdoors after a stressful period, you know how transformative it can be. It doesn't matter if it's a simple walk in the park or a few minutes watching the sky, nature reminds us of the simplicity and beauty of the present. It teaches us to be here and now, to release control over what we can't change, and to accept the natural flow of life. This acceptance alone is enough to restore our emotional energy, allowing calm to return and balance to be re-established. Contact with nature not only calms the mind, but also helps rebalance the body. When you step on the ground or feel the wind on your face, the body responds, and the energy that was misaligned starts to harmonize with the surrounding environment. That's why so many ancient cultures revered the elements of nature, not just as external forces, but as reflections of what also exists within us. When we connect with nature, we are actually reconnecting with our own internal cycle of renewal. So, whenever possible, allow yourself that connection. It doesn't need to be elaborate. Even small moments of contact with nature can have a profound impact. By doing this, you will be giving yourself the chance to rebalance, restore your energy flow, and above all, remember that just like nature, you too are in constant renewal. The harmony you seek within yourself can be found by observing and connecting with what's around you. Nature is always ready to teach you as long as you are willing to listen. Maintaining emotional and energetic balance is an ongoing task. Every day, we are challenged by situations, emotions, and pressures that try to pull us out of that state of harmony. The key to not being swept away by these challenges lies in cultivating daily practices that help you renew your energy and rebalance your emotions. One such practice is starting the day with a clear intention. When you wake up, before getting involved in the world's demands, take a few minutes to breathe deeply and ask yourself, how do I want to feel today? This not only directs your energy, but also creates a shield against external influences. Another powerful habit is to take moments of pause throughout the day. It doesn't take much. 5 minutes of silence, away from distractions, can make all the difference. Use this time to breathe, reflect, and reconnect with what you're feeling in the moment. By doing so, you are allowing your energy to renew itself before it reaches the point of exhaustion. Often, what pulls us out of balance is the fact that we don't pay attention to our own state until it's too late. Small moments of pause are like resetting the energy flow, keeping it in harmony throughout the day. Additionally, at the end of the day, take a moment for gratitude. Give thanks for the small things, for the air you breathed, for the experiences you lived, for the lessons learned. This simple act of gratitude has the power to completely shift your energy. When we focus on what was positive, even in a difficult day, we change the frequency of our emotions and begin to attract more good things into our lives. Gratitude is a powerful spiritual practice that not only transforms your emotions, but also creates an energetic field of attraction that will bring more abundance. Finally, remember that balance is not a fixed state, but a continuous process. There will be days when you feel more aligned and others when emotions will try to knock you down. The important thing is to keep renewing yourself daily through small practices that reconnect you with your essence and with the natural flow of life. By incorporating these practices into your daily life, you'll ensure that regardless of the challenges that come, your energy and emotions remain in balance.